First off, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to our power, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to Great Millstone and the elders and apostles, and salutation to all the sincere brothers out there pushing the truth, and those sincere sisters who are listening and learning. This lesson is entitled, Nobody Likes Being Rejected. In this lesson, I'm just going to cover a simple fact. A fact of human nature, but not only of human nature, but the nature of Yahweh and the nature of Yahweh Shai, which is nobody likes being rejected. For example, in the flesh, anytime we strive for something or try to reach something or to achieve something, it could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be a tryout for a sports team, and we could really want it. And despite us trying, there are times where we will be rejected. And it's no celebration to be rejected by any means. To be rejected from, your high school crush, having everybody laugh at you, or to be rejected from the job that you really, really wanted, and they send you an email that we appreciate you going through the interview process and yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, they say we move forward with somebody else. That's rejection. Nobody likes rejection. Even in sports, trying out for teams, trying to, for example, make a professional roster or even a high school roster. When the coaches say, well, thank you for trying out, but you didn't make the team, that's rejection, and that hurts because that goes against your desire, that goes against what you really wanted. So that high schooler, for example, now seems as if like, what next? I'm rejected. What do I do? That NFL or professional basketball, soccer player, MLB player, whatever, when they get rejected from their dream goal, their dream career, it hurts. It's not a fun thing to be rejected. And this lesson is going to focus on the two ultimate rejections, the two most important rejections that are in this life that we have to deal with, that everybody has to deal with. More specifically, the whole house of Israel. And with that being said, let's get to it. This is Matthew chapter 15, verse 8. This people draw nigh unto me with their lips, with their mouth, and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. The best example I can give is when somebody is trying to get a job and they apply, they go through the interview process, they do everything. You do everything you were supposed to do. And then they send you an email saying, hey, we thank you for, partaking in this interview, but we have chosen somebody else. And, best of luck. That's them basically honoring you. That's honoring you with their lips, but their heart is far from you. They want nothing to do with you because they got somebody else who they wanted. They got somebody else who they loved more than you to do that job. And the same goes for a relationship. There are times and seasons where a couple is going through a stretch, things are not going right. And one of them say, hey, I really love you. I really like everything about you, but it's not working out. I think we should see somebody else. You're a great person. I enjoy everything about you, and you're going to find somebody else greater than you, greater than me. No matter how they word it, no matter how they put it, it is rejection. It is them saying with their mouths, honor. You're a great person. Respect. Oh, you're honest. You're loyal. But deep down inside of them, their heart is not for them. Their heart is actually telling them, you know what? I can find somebody else better than this person. So no matter how much somebody says you're wonderful, you're great, and you're this and that, and they don't choose you, they're lying. They're lying, because if you was such that great person, that great spouse, and they don't choose you, they're honoring you with their lips, but their heart is far from you. And lastly, professional sports. And that's a tough one, because you can go out, try your best, work your hardest, and you might not even get a fair shake to prove yourself. And they bring you into an office and sit you down and say, hey, we're at the last week of the cuts. We have to cut 3 more people. And unfortunately, your name was on the list. You're a hard worker. You made it this far. You did a good job. And keep working. You're a great person, and you're going to find something else. That's honoring that person, that athlete, with their lips. They're puffing him up with kisses and hugs and telling him, hey, you're special, you're this. But their heart is far from them. How far? They're sending that athlete out the door. They're saying, hey, deuces, we got somebody else. We think that he is going to help us win a championship. We think that he is going to help us win games. But you, hey, you're a great person. We like your determination, your attitude, and yada yada. That's lip service, man. That's honor with lips, but rejection. And so, to sum this up and to get to the point is there's 2 main rejections that happens on this earth. Primarily for the whole house of Israel, the so-called Negro Americans, so-called Latin Americans, and so-called Native Americans. We're scattered abroad through the 4 corners of the earth. If you read Deuteronomy chapter 28, it goes over the whole house of Israel. Well, basically it goes over what would happen to the house of Israel, that we would be scattered to the 4 corners of the earth. And back to the point, we have to either now reject Yahweh, who the world calls God, or to reject Satan or the devil, the principalities of this world. You have, aka the devil, the so-called white man, and you have the spiritual angel Satan. So somebody has to be rejected. Either Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, who is the son, or Satan and the devil, the so-called white man and the spiritual devil, spiritual angel Satan. And as we just went over, whoever you reject, not going to be happy. It is not a pleasing thing. It is not a happy thing. And guess what? In most cases, you see, we went over the rejection, but in most cases, when somebody is rejected, it puts a salty, sour feeling inside of them. People don't like being rejected. People do not like being rejected. It is human nature. And we're going to go over examples of what it truly looks like to reject Satan, the devil, the so-called white man. And then we're going to look at what it looks like to reject Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Because they're both going to feel a certain way. And guess what? They're going to both take actions. Just like that disgruntled employee who gets rejected and gets fired from their job, and shows up the next day and shoot up everybody. Just like that husband who finds out his wife has rejected him to move on with another man, and he kills her, the other man, his kids, and shoots himself. Just like that athlete who, when he finds out that they rejected him, he goes and sells and gives all the information about the plays and such on to other teams. It creates a feeling inside, and Satan, so-called spiritual angel, and the devil, the so-called white man, they're going to feel a certain way and they're going to take an action. Likewise, Yahweh and Yahushai, hey, they're going to take an action because nobody likes being rejected. This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. The light, well, I'm going to just break that down. Wherever your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Anytime somebody rejects you, anytime you reject someone, that means they are not your treasure. That means you don't think that they're valuable enough to keep. If a spouse leave their spouse, they say you're not worth it. Your value to me is, hey, I could find something better than that. A coach getting rid of an athlete, hey, I could find somebody better than that. I could find something more value. A job, hey, I could find somebody who could do your job better. That means that, hey, your value to them is nothing, okay? And so, remember, when you reject somebody, that's also you putting value on them. Likewise, when somebody rejects us, that's them putting value on us. And that value is basically saying, hey, I can do better without you. It says, Matthew chapter 6, verse 21, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, the whole body shall be full of light. But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? So now we're revving up to the point. You see, we have a choice between serving Yahweh, being single-mindedness, to seek after him, to not reject him, but to accept him and take him as our true treasure, Yahweh and Yahushai. Or we could be single-minded on the darkness, Satan, the devil, also the so-called white man, and focus on them and make them the treasure of our heart. You see? But the debacle is this. You have to reject one of them. And whoever you reject, gonna be pissed off because nobody likes being rejected. Nobody likes being rejected. Now let's look at the examples of how the spiritual Satan and these Edomites, the so-called white men, are going to respond if you reject them. Then we're going to look at how Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, is going to react if we reject them. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Whoever on this earth rejects Satan, the spiritual devil, the so-called white man, okay, the physical devil, the so-called white man, whoever rejects him, he's going to be hurt. He's going to be devastated. Just like that husband who finds out his wife went off with another man. He's shooting up everybody, the kids, the children. He's shooting himself, man. And whoever doesn't take this mark of the beast, to plead their allegiance, their relationship, to put all their value in Satan, to say, you know what, you are the treasure of my heart. I don't want to be without you. Whoever joins with him, they're going to say, you are my treasure. I don't want to be without you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I don't want to reject you. You are the best that I have. He's going to be happy. But those who reject him, it says here, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. These Edomites, the so-called white man, the physical seed of the devil, he's going to be so pissed that whoever rejects him, he's going to immediately say, well, you ain't going to my grocery stores. You ain't drinking my water. You ain't eating my food. You know what? Stay at home. Since you rejected me, I don't want to see your face. You know what? Better yet, I'm going to chop your head off because you disgust me, because you rejected me for somebody else. And there's nothing wrong with these Edomites, the so-called white man, this devil, actions. He's justified, in his emotions, because, hey, who likes to be rejected? Okay? Who likes to be rejected? And when we reject him, Yahweh Shai willing, we're going to the Heavenly Father and saying, hey, you are the treasure. You are the one who I want to be with. It's a two-edged sword. You accept Satan, you accept these devils, these Edomites, then the Lord's going to be mad at you because you rejected the Lord. You reject Satan, he's going to cut your head off. He's going to put you in great scrapes. He's going to try to starve you out. Now, let's look at how Yahweh reacts to rejection. This is Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. You see, even Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, don't like to be rejected. He is supreme. He is the power. And for someone to reject him, it is great folly to him. It's like it's like having a child who you tell what to do. You raised them, you fed them, you clothed them, and you tell them to do something, and they say no. Your blood pressure go up. The only thing you can think about is knocking them out, man. That's the same way Yahweh feel, because he knows what's best for us. We are indebted to him, just like children are indebted to their family who take care of them, man. It should be a that's a different topic, but it should be a generational thing where children respect their parents, and they grow up and they have children and their children respect them, okay? That's how the Asian culture goes on. And no matter how old the parents are, the great-grandparents are, those children, no matter how old, typically take care of their parents. They don't put them in old folks' homes. But back to the point, whoever rejects Yahweh, gonna get it just as bad, okay? Just as bad. This is the debacle, okay? Somebody got to be rejected, and whoever rejected, either Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai or Satan, one of them gonna be pissed off. One of them gonna want blood. This is the debacle. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. Man, this is what it looks like to reject Yahweh. Okay, this happened already, all right? And it's happening today, and it's going to happen again during Jacob's trouble, during the hour of temptation. Whoever rejected Yahweh, they're going to face his wrath because he's going to reject them. It says, as they were increased, so they sinned against me. Therefore will I change their glory into shame, They eat up the sin of my people, and they set their hearts on their iniquity. You see, they rejected Yahweh, and not only rejected Yahweh, but they went off with, guess who? The so-called spiritual Satan, spiritual devil, but also with these Edomites, the ways and the customs of the people, falling in all type of forms of wickedness and abomination, adultery, lies, all sexual immorality, and such on. It says, they eat up the sins of my people, and they set their hearts on their iniquity. And there shall be like people, like priests, and I will punish them for their ways and reward them their doing. For they shall eat and not have enough. Damn. Didn't the spiritual devil, the so-called Edomite, say no man can buy or sell, say they had a mark? He gonna starve you out. He gonna cut your head off if you don't take that mark. Let's see what Yahweh's doing. It says, and there shall be like people, like priests, and I will punish them for their ways and reward them their doings. For they shall eat and not have enough. They shall commit whoredom and shall not increase, because they have left off to take heed of Yahweh. Those who reject Yahweh going to be in a pitful case. A pitful case. Guess what? It's going to be worse than those who rejected these devils, these so-called Edomites, so-called white man. Yes, whoever rejected white man, you know, these devils with that mark of the beast and their beast system, whoever rejects him, he's going to be pissed off. He's going to be angry. He's going to try to put you in great straits to try to, you know, make you take that mark. But when he sees you're not going to do it, he's just going to kill you. Okay, I don't need you. I'm moving on. All right. But Yahweh, man, the wrath of Yahweh, the parable that comes to mind is this. It's going to be as if a man, you know, ran into a lion, and then ran into a bear, paraphrasing. Then he ran into his house and put his hand upon the wall, and a spider bit him. You see? Ain't no running from Yahweh when he's angry at you. Ain't no running from his vengeance when you reject him. Because this is how he acts, okay? It continues to say, for they shall eat and not have enough. They shall commit whoredom and shall not increase, because they have left off to take heed to Yahweh. Whoredom and wine and new wine take away the heart. My people ask counsel at their stocks. They rejected Yahweh so much that they don't even seek him for any counsel. They say, you know what? You're not good for health. You're not good for wisdom on how to treat my money. You're not good for gardening or how to garden my land. You're not good for how I should treat my wife and my family and my kids. That's hell of rejection. That's rejecting Yahweh. And guess what? He knows all things. He provides the wisdom, okay? And for us to reject it, man, that's just on some stupidness, okay? It says, my people ask counsels at their stalks, and their staff declare unto them. For the spirit of whoredom hath caused them to err, and they have gone a whoring under their God. Okay. So, as we can see, no matter who you reject, there's going to be punishment. There's going to be wrath, and there's going to be death. Zechariah chapter 2 verse 7. It says, deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwelleth with the daughters of Babylon. For thus saith Yahweh of hosts, after the glory hath he sent unto the nations which spoil you. For he that touches you touches the apple of his eye. Here is the good news for those who reject these damn Edomites, the so-called white man, the devil, okay? Here is the good news. The good news is this. Those who reject this damn devil, his jabs, his soon to be mark of the beast, his new world system and such on. Yahweh Bashim Al Shai ain't playing no BS, man. But guess what? Because those who choose him, those who are preordained, we are the apple of his eye. He gonna protect us from these devils. When that devil come up with some funny business, oh yeah, you ain't take my mark. Oh, you ain't take it in your hand or your right hand or your forehead. Oh, you can't eat, you can't buy, you can't sell. You know what? I'm about to cast you into prison. You know what? I'm about to take your head off. Soon as them damn Edomites get ready to shoot up the whole place, you know how they do. Yahweh Bashim Al Shai gonna set up a standard. Yahweh Bashim Al Shai gonna send his angels to take charge over us. At least we dashed our foot upon a stone. He's gonna make us that standard, man. We're gonna become his battle axe. When these devils make moves on us, Yahweh Bashim Al Shai gonna put the spirit on us to do the punishing, to do the killing, to do the beheading. At least their children grow and multiply upon this earth, man. The bottom line is this. We have a choice to either reject these devils on this earth or to reject Yahweh. There are consequences for both. But, hey, paraphrasing, not trying to sound smart, but for me and my house, for all of us, we should say we are going to serve Yahweh. We're going to serve the Lord. Greater is he who is in me than he who is in the world. This is the debacle that we are in, the dilemma. And these are the two greatest rejections that are going to be dealt with in the whole house of Israel. And I don't want to see the wrath and the anger from Yahweh Bashim Al Shai for rejecting him. Because we understand that Jacob's trouble is going to be like a time never before. We understand that those who take that mark going to be saved for those nukes. They're going to think they I made it, I made it. I took my mark. I made these damn devils my treasure. He fed me. He clothed me. He protected me. And the next thing you know, Yahweh Bashim Al Shai gonna send them death angels through the whole damn earth, plaguing people, apparitions, people wishing they can die, people painting and seeing stuff, man, eaten by wild animals. And lastly, to maneuver all that with scars and bruises and thinking they had some type of peace and safety until they see all those damn nukes coming down. It's over. This is why it is better to reject these devils and to never reject Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. Because only through him we have hope, man. Only through Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, the Father and the Son, with the wisdom of the Ruach HaKodesh to guide us, to lead us, to teach us to love our Father. So, with that being said, Shalom.